Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gunjan Taryal and in this video I have Sanskriti with me and she has been here for around 9-10 months, so she has a better idea. So I'm going to today she is going to tell her experience about everything, and there are several queries that you people might have and she is going to resolve most of them. So just we are going to ask her certain questions here, and this mug was not my idea, it was her idea. She wanted to make it coffee with
No, we are in UK, so it has to be tea with Gunjan.
tea with Gunjan. So the first question is, who is Sanskriti, and tell us something about yourself first.
That's a tough one.
Okay.
So I am studying MBA at University of Gloucestershire with Gunjan. And I started my journey here in Jan, where I participated in elections for student union, and I had to do all the hustings and get the votes, meet people. That was quite a roller coaster ride when I started in Jan. Then I'm working with the university as a career coach and as a sports activator, where I promote well-being at the university for all students. You must be seeing me again and again in every sports activity. So I am a professional badminton player as well. I have played badminton since my childhood. All my life I have gone like 8 to 9 hours in a day just playing. So my morning begins like 5 a.m. every day from my childhood. Still now it's still happening because the MBA is like that. It makes me wake up at 5 a.m. to do my assignments.
So you tell us something about your educational or your professional background.
So since I have been a sports person, I have done my degree in sports psychology, and I worked with athletes in India where they participated in Commonwealth Games as well this year, and some of them won gold medal, which was really a proud moment for me.
That's great.
And I practiced in India with the Indian athletes and worked on a few projects in the US and UK and India, and taught some colleges. Along with that, I have a degree in psychology from University of Delhi.
That's all.
Yeah.
Not all. So as we know that you have a placement year, okay, and I also have a placement year. There are many people who have this question that whether we should come with the placement year or not. So what are the pros and cons of having a placement year, or is there any con or not?
For me personally, I took a placement year because MBA was a wholly new concept for me, and I wanted to shift to business management after my background in psychology. So I wanted to explore different fields like finance, marketing, HR, and what works best for me. So I really wanted to take the placement year for my own exposure, so that I can during the year I participated in some competition and projects which gave me some exposure of what the finance world looks like, what data analysis looks like. So I have taken placement year, and I'm still exploring what placement I'm going to do, which is an easier process if we know how to approach jobs in the UK, being an international student, which I am also learning, and I'm also trying to spread awareness to all the international students with that, because we have issues with visas sometimes, sponsorships, and sometimes also about number of hours we work. Currently, if you get an opportunity during your course, sometimes it's like you can't work more than 20 hours.
Yeah, true.
So I was getting an opportunity to work full time during July with the Commonwealth Games, and it was nice, but I couldn't because I am on a 20-hour visa.
Yeah, true.
So placement year does help you explore your options, and you can go into any field. Say for
there is any disadvantage of it?
There is no disadvantage, because it anyways gives you an extra advantage of exploring things.
Yeah, because it's like in a placement year, whatever you're doing, it's all the way on the track.
Yes.
It's like placement year is something in which you get 1 year extra. It's like a sandwich year.
Yes.
Okay? You get one more year, and you can spend time in that. You can, even if you get a job, if you don't get a job, there are certain opportunities that your university offer. Okay, so that you can spend here more time and learn more. So I think that's the case.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't get the placement, then also you can just apply for your PSW and work full time.
So eventually you would be in the same track that you would go to even if you don't have a placement year.
Yes, so the advantage is because you can work full time in your placement year, it doesn't restrict you. Just like in your student visa, you are only allowed to work 20 hours.
Okay, here's a question. Like as you said, full time. You know, many people ask, is full time mean 8 hours per day, or it's like any hours, I mean, like how much we want to do?
Usually, if you are working with an organization, it states how many number of hours you have to work, say 37.5 hours, which is considered as full time in the UK. But in your placement year, you are required to work 23 hours per week. That's the minimum requirement.
And if you work for that much hours, suppose if you're working for 37.5 hours, some people ask if you want to do extra work.
Yes.
So can we do that?
It depends on your contract with the organization of your placement.
Okay.
Sometimes it's written on the contract that you cannot. It depends on.
But in PSW we can.
Yes, you can.
Because PSW is not restricted to a particular company.
Yes.
It's not restricted to a particular company. So you can work more. This is, I think, one of the slight disadvantage that is very deep. People are not able to see that. But I think it's there.
It might not be, because if, say, for example, I'm working like 15 hours in an organization and 15 in another, it's basically part-time work, but I can combine that and make it my placement year as well. So you can do that as long as it fulfills the module requirements.
Okay.
So it's,
you can do 2 jobs.
It's flexible. The good part is it's really flexible. Yes, I can do 3 jobs as well. So that availability is also there.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about number of hours.
As you said that you have done your bachelor's, your graduation from Delhi, and now you're pursuing your MBA from here. So what difference do you feel? Because see, you have been here for long, so you might know the challenges. So what differences you feel that in both of the educational system, they both have?
So when I came from India for the first time, the whole academic system is very different. No, it's not only about the academic system, it's also about understanding basic things like how to live in the UK with different cultures.
Correct. It's very different.
Yes. So initially I struggled with how to write my assignments. It was like, but you have all the support, but initially it's like you are hesitant to even ask questions. That should I ask this? Is it stupid? So eventually I learned that if you need to learn, you need to start asking questions. So now I understand the concept of how to write my essays and how I can improve myself. So you do get feedback on your assessments. So there was a lot of difference in how you write. So in Delhi University, I could just read the books and write so many pages and I could score well.
Yeah.
But here it's completely different. It's not number of pages, it's about what you write.
And it's about a lot of research also.
Yes.
It's not something restricted to books. It's
Yes.
like you have to explore through the books, you have to explore through the
Journals.
real life, case studies, and it's a lot more experimental and lot more practical.
Yes. Yes. So the more research you do, the better you can write. So it's more subjective. So there's no right and wrong answer. It's just about how you back up. It's more evidence based. So UK practices evidence based practice in the academic world.
And somewhere would you say that the studies here are tougher?
No, I don't think so. It's not tough in comparison to what I've studied in India.
Yeah.
Because I think we have been grilled from our childhood that we have always worked really hard. So I didn't find it hard here. It was quite easy to adapt. It's just about adapting to the new system.
Right.
That takes time, but it's not hard.
It's not hard.
No.
Okay, so congratulations, whoever is coming here. You need not worry, it's not hard, because see, I am also here and I can see in the starting there are many people who have this thinking in mind that whether we would be able to do, because see, professors have been telling that there are many researches, you have to do research, and in the starting we all are a little baffled that whether we would be able to go through or do the assignments, but it eventually happens. Go with the flow. Just be attentive to your class. That's what you would say. Huh?
Yes, and you have all the support available.
Now it's a very interesting question. What are the struggles of student life? I'm asking about everything: day-to-day struggle, accommodation. How disastrous it can be, starting from cycle ending to the class. So how difficult can it be? Accommodation, everything.
So, I mean, see, student life is quite happening if you don't term it as struggles. because I have seen, like, I have fallen down from cycle a lot.
Yeah.
It's like from struggling from basic transport requirement to reaching to your university.
Yeah.
So you have to see your rental, practical, in the practical sense, you have to see how you manage your money, how you manage your food, and because you have to do everything on your own.
Correct.
And in India we are not used to that. You do get a lot of support. Even like we have a lot of labor as well, and you are in the family system, so you do get a lot of support. You're living with your parents, and here it's like
Sometimes it's hell.
it's sometimes it's like, you need that support, you need that somewhere you can, someone
got
cooks.
COVID also.
Oh yes.
That is worth mentioning actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was in the quarantine where from someone from the university, Nicole, she used to call and check on me. She is in the accommodation team, so that if I'm doing well, if I'm talking to my parents. But the quarantine was like, how do you eat food? Because no one is cooking for you. So they gave me a voucher that you can order online, but I needed to adapt to this because I was coming from India, and all my apps and everything were in the Indian region. I couldn't download it here. But eventually I adapted to that. So it's like, how to buy a bus ticket, how to travel, how to cross the road. It's as basic as that. The struggles begin from that.
Yeah, struggles. Because I remember well, when it was my first day, I there were some cars coming from the other side, and I was even thinking, is there any way to go through the road? Do I have to there was no red light. Okay, so I was just looking here and there, means what exactly do I have to do? So I just ran and I crossed that road. So it's like, I can understand that it starts from very basic. And in the night, if you're really tired, even after you're really tired, means no one is gonna get you food.
Yes,
you'll have to start managing. Yes, from this question I have one more question. How difficult can it be to arrange your food and everything, doing food, because it's really difficult to sometimes get in the track with a proper diet that we used to have in our country.
See, the thing is, so all my friends used to make fun of me that whenever they used to meet me outside, I was coming from grocery. So they were like, that's the only thing you go to? I was like, I have no other choice. So to eat food, to get fruits, to get vegetables, you can't stock up the vegetables and fruits forever.
True.
So it's like every other day, you are just going to get milk, bread, butter, and all the basic things you need to survive your living. So that's my favorite go-to place right now.
Because food preparation, it's like sometimes we have class, and yes, schedule is never the same. It's never the same. Sunday it can be different, Saturday it can be different, any of the day it's like totally going to be different.
Yes, so now we are used to that, whatever happens, if you're tired, if you're not, just keep pedaling the cycle or keep walking
and keep eating. Because sometimes I even have seen the days that I started working in the morning and I totally forgot that I have to even eat my food. And at night around 7 o'clock I used to get this thing that okay, I haven't even eaten. Then I started eating. So never miss your food.
Yeah, I know. That's something which you realize after 6-7 months that you have gained weight or you have lost a lot of weight because of stress. And a lot of homesickness happens in the initial days.
Correct.
Specifically with the winters approaching in December, when you don't have anyone to talk to.
Right.
So that way, I mean, the support of the international students and your own university support does help. But it happens. I mean, no one will come and check on you that are you okay or did you eat, did you sleep well. So it's important to have people around you. So that's something which I encourage people.
This family thing, because I always thought myself to be a strong person and little tough, but somehow those family things, when I'm talking to someone over the phone and my mom is telling okay, I'm going up, I'm going down, so it penetrates. It penetrates your mind. It's like okay, I want to go there. I want to walk on those stairs. So it's like too much. It feels too much. The homesickness is there.
It gets overwhelming, but at the same time sometimes it's like that day we had Dussehra and all my family is off enjoying the holiday, and I was like, why is the holiday today? I didn't even remember that it was Dussehra.
Yeah, same happened with me.
Yeah.
My sisters were telling, there are stalls everywhere. We are eating bhature, we are eating pav bhaji, and I was like, we are eating
Oh no.
peanut butter. Yeah.
Sometimes only milk as well.
Milk as well. Sometimes it's too disastrous. It's just milk, okay, whatever there is. We don't even care whose grocery is it. We just take it out and eat it.
No, I mean that way at least we need to have people around you who are understanding enough.
Yeah, you need to have people who are understanding. Here, as we are talking about UK, have you ever been to any other country?
Yes,
Okay, which would that be?
I have been to a lot of countries. I have been to US. I have been to European countries like Italy, Switzerland, Paris, France,
Okay.
Netherlands, Bangladesh, Nepal.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, I think you're right now losing the track.
yeah.
Now you tell me, which place would you say is the best for living? Till now, which place you have found is the best for living, for leading a life?
See, the most beautiful place I would say is Switzerland
Okay.
for tourism.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, so that's something I would want to go again. For living, I like UK better than US because we have a lot of public transport connectivity.
Okay.
And I mean, that's my preference, that's my personal preference, but that's one of the major reasons. And I'm comfortable with UK because I've spent more time here than the US.
Okay, like as you're saying, the transportation is good.
Yeah.
Okay, and I have had very disastrous experience with transportation. Sometimes, there are no buses, and even buses they're getting cancelled. And sometimes it's like I'm going on train and door didn't open, so it's like a bit disastrous for me. How would you defend saying that the transportation is good here?
See, the thing is, yes, we do have a lot of strikes happening these days.
Okay.
But otherwise, if you have to go any part of the UK, at least you have an option to go from bus, train, or if you get stuck somewhere, you have an option to come back. At least you have walking spaces. You can at least walk. If not, you can't reach anywhere, at least you can walk. So that's something which I really like, but you can't keep walking on the roads in the US like that. And we have a lot of park spaces and a lot of like parks, swings, that natural exercising places which you don't get in the US.
In the US. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, and this something with this I would agree, because things are quite close in UK.
Yes.
Like if I talk about my accommodation, you walk here, 20 minutes you have university, 20 minutes here you have city center, 20 minutes here you have something else. So it's like everything is quite in proximity.
Yes.
While some of the other things in US or Canada, they can be quite far.
Yeah.
And weathers are not. I think weather here is not intense.
It is not intense. Canada is extreme weather.
Extreme weather, yeah.
So that way, at least, I mean, US is very big, so you can't compare the weather here. They are different in different regions. San Francisco is good.
Okay. Yeah, San Francisco, I've heard it's a good place.
Yeah, it has
some moderate climate.
Yes, so it becomes very pleasant and very nice in the summer.
Okay.
And winters are also not very harsh. Yeah, maybe I can have one more cup of tea.
Why do you want to have one more cup? It's not even tea, it's water. You're just pretending.
Let's just cut that part.
This is going there. It's going there. Okay, last question here I have, and it's an interesting one. It's actually very important, that because see, most of the people who are coming here, they have this hope of getting a sponsorship job. Let's be genuine about it. Let's be truthful, because see, everyone wants to get a sponsorship job and after that get settled. So how possible is it, or how feasible it is to get a sponsorship job over here?
That's a very good question. And
Thank you.
we are all usually looking for that.
Yeah.
But when we talk about applying for jobs here, it's not only about sponsorship, it's also about putting in the right CV.
Yeah.
And coming from different countries, we have CVs, sometimes they don't go through the first round as well.
Yeah.
It's as basic as not putting the picture in the CV, which we have been doing that in India. So it's like understanding what the requirements of the job are and how to fill the applications, where you can get through the interviews, and how to prepare for the interviews, because they have certain set norms and criterias which we need to fulfill to get those jobs.
Okay.
So if we are good at that, and if we start understanding how to work on them from the basics, we can get through the jobs, and it's not that tough. It's just about developing those skills and taking initiative towards that.
Because see, somehow I see people sitting in a corner, you know, still I'm like seeing some people, you know, they are sitting in the corner, they are not talking to other people. So I would say this is the best opportunity for you to, you know, go around, talk to people, because see, you can learn English over here, because whoever is facing a problem with English and you feel your communication skills are suffering, you can talk, you can see people around you, they must be doing some certifications, they must be doing some course, just go for it.
Yeah.
So with, I think, good that set of skills, you can get the job. That's what
Yes,
you need.
yes. I mean, if you can improve your capabilities and you can get through the interviews, it's just about learning the right skills and getting that exposure.
Right. Okay, so this was all, everything, and Sanskriti has told everything very nicely. It's just last thing I would say, any recommendation for the people who are coming here?
I would just say, see, everything in life is uncertain. The only thing is you have to take a step to see what the journey ahead and how the journey ahead goes. So it's just about believing in the fact that, you know, things do turn out the way you want. You just have to take initiative and start working on it. So as I believe that hard work does take you to the right place.
Correct.
So you won't get things for free. You just have to work hard for it and keep taking initiatives and just take a leap of faith and do it.
So thank you everyone for watching this video. It was more of an informative video, and I hope most of the queries would have got resolved, because see, the people who come here and live here for some time, they can tell you because they have the first hand experience. They can tell you better that what they are going through and what you are going through if you come here. So just stay tuned with this channel, and I have a lot of content lined up. So good luck to you.
Thank you.
Bye.